Welcome to another edition of the Hutchinson Report midweek hot topic Facebook live stream, where we talk about some of the hot topic issues of the day, hot button stuff on the Hutchinson Report. Last week, we talked about Bill Cosby, his cases before the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. He's asked that his conviction on rape and sexual molestation and so forth, assault, it be overturned. We had a tremendous number of people that weighed in on that. The topic last week, should Cosby be released? Well, this week on the Hutchinson Report, hot topic, Facebook live stream, midweek hot topic, former President Obama. We're asking this question. Rank President Obama with the other presidents. Let me hold up a graphic here for a second. So what I've done, we've created a graphic with President, and I still say President, not the other guy, the other pretender. President Obama, we've got FDR, we've got Abe Lincoln, we've got Ronald Reagan, we've got Bill Clinton, we've got Eisenhower, we've got George Washington. You know, the cast of presidents that go back in time. How do you rank former President Barack Obama? Now, President Obama's book has come out this week, or rather I should say last month, and there's still this week a lot of hot topic talk about him and the book. And a lot of talk about his legacy and his place in history. The book, A Promised Land. We'll have more on that on subsequent conversations on the Hutchinson Report. We'll have copies of that and we'll do our review in addition to what other reviewers have done. Okay, here's the deal. A little housekeeping first before we get into the subject of the show today. Namely, ranking President Obama vis-a-vis aside the other great presidents in American history. What is this rank? How do you rank him? Much more on that in a second. We'll explain how we're doing this. A couple of housekeeping things first. Number one, let a friend, let a relative, let an acquaintance, let someone know we're doing the Hutchinson Report Facebook live stream midweek hot topic. That's number one, because we want you to weigh in on it. And don't wait till the end. Oftentimes people toward the end, we're only going to go about 25 to 30 minutes. Oftentimes people weigh in toward the end, we're closing down. Get in the beginning. You know what they say? I used to say in Chicago, vote early and vote often. Well, in this case, get in and get in fast. Second thing, let me know where you're watching from. What city, what county, what state, what country, what continent, what planet, what intergalactic solar sphere that you're watching from. Makes no difference. We like to know that, and we like to give you a shout out wherever you are, because with the Hutchinson Report Facebook live stream, we're global. Okay, we've got so far Stephen Williams, who's joined us. Steve, welcome to the Hutchinson Report hot topic midweek. All right, let's get down to business. Now, we're talking about former President Obama. His book came out last month to a great deal of acclaim. I want you to tell me, I want you to put your thinking cap on, your analytical cap. Let me know where you think and where you feel President Obama weighs in and ranks aside all the other greats in American historical experience, i.e. those in the Oval Office. And let's look at this. Here's some criteria. Rank him on maybe 5 or 6 areas: foreign policy, the economy, healthcare, jobs, civil rights and civil liberties, gender issues, the environment, and dealing with Congress. Remember, there was a very, to say the least, Mitch MCConnell and that bunch of very dogged, dig in your heels, oppose everything that President Obama wanted to do, especially his last term. So all of these things we want you to weigh in on. Think analytically, not with the heart, not with emotion. Oh, he was a great guy, I love him. No. Think scientifically. Okay, 2 years ago, and this is an ongoing debate, historians always love this. They love to rate presidents. They love to rank them versus other presidents in terms of all the areas of public policy. Obama, in a survey, and by the way, I'll wave to people too as you weigh in. Rock Thompson, here's a wave to you. What happened in 2017? A panel of historians weighed in on President Obama. They rated him number 12. That's right, number 12. And they looked at all the areas: foreign policy, the economy, jobs, Congress, healthcare, you name it, all the public policy issues. He ranked number 12. The big heavy hitters, as you know, the big three: Lincoln, number one; FDR, number two; George Washington, number three. Okay, those are the historic icons. But President Obama, where does he rank? Give me a number, because the other thing that we certainly are very cognizant on, the Hutchinson report, midweek hot topic, ranking President Obama vis-a-vis, aside other presidents. We also know this: President Obama's team of analysts and his people, they're watching and they'll report to him. So you're not just talking to Hutchinson. You're not just talking to yourself. You're actually talking to President Obama. And we've got a lot of news people too that are watching too and that are weighing this. So there's a lot at stake here tonight on the Hutchinson Report Facebook live stream. I need to know, first of all, in terms of all the public policy areas, how you would rank President Obama. Give me a number: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the end of the Hutchinson Report Facebook live stream, what I'll be doing is I will collate the numbers, and then we'll do that systematically. You rank him number 1, you rank him number 5, you rank him number 10, you rank him number 46, God forbid. Nonetheless, whatever the number is that you assign him, I will collate them. They will be posted on my Facebook pages. So let me know. Okay, we got Rock Thompson, we got TJR Gragston, and we got Jorge Nuno. Welcome. So I'm going to be welcoming people. By the way, I'll be waving at you too. So look for a wave. Okay, Rock, you're the TJR. I'm sorry, you're the first in the door. You rate him number 5, and you rate him number 5 based on the Affordable Care Act, i.e., Obamacare. It was historic. That is true. He did what other presidents weren't able to do. He essentially expanded the reach of health care. You got tens of millions of people that certainly cannot afford health care, are not insured, and are neglected. Before Obama came along and the Affordable Care Act, which of course everybody ganged up on him, everybody being of course the GOP, and they still are, by the way, trying to knock it out. The pharmaceutical industry, the insurance industry, they said, don't even bring that in here. You're cutting into our big money, our profits. Don't even think about it. But Obama was able to compromise. He was able to, all of his negotiating skills, to essentially craft an act that has actually benefited, as we well know, benefited tens of millions of people. All right, number 1, Rock Thompson. You say number 1, that's awful heady. Rock, are you putting President Obama, are you putting him ahead of Lincoln? Are you putting him ahead of FDR? Are you putting him ahead of George Washington, the father of the country? Are you putting him ahead of Eisenhower? Are you putting him ahead of Reagan? Are you putting him ahead of Clinton? Are you putting him ahead of Lyndon Johnson? Are you putting him ahead of JFK? Are you putting him ahead of all the heavyweights that have sat in the Oval Office down through the last 2 centuries and 2 centuries plus? That's pretty heady stuff, Rock Thompson. Please explain why you place him number 1. Okay, let's see who else we have. We got some others that have weighed in. Rock Thompson. Okay, if you're just joining us, by the way, coming in on the Hutchinson Report, Facebook live stream, midweek hot topic, I'm asking you this: rank President Obama in all the areas of public policy vis-a-vis the other American presidents. And keep in mind this, Obama's book, A Promised Land, came out the middle of November, and it's gotten high raves and high marks. It's kind of a tell-all book. He bears his soul in that. We're by the way, going to have a copy, which is, we're told now, we thought it was going to be FedEx and it would be here tonight, and we could read a couple of excerpts from it. We'll have it in within the next couple of days. We'll probably be doing a reading of it and from it, so stay tuned on that. But in the meantime, we have my book. We have my book, How Obama Governed. How Obama Governed. And what I did was I assessed President Obama's legacy. How Obama governed. This was, by the way, governed. This was after his first term. So, by the way, this is available. And notice the subtitle, The Year. Got that? The Year of Crisis and Challenge. What a year that was. In fact, every year of his administration was that. So, it's on Amazon. It's also Amazon Kindle, so you can pick that up. And by the way, we'll offer a free reading of it too. Also my book, The Obama Legacy. Thursday through Saturday. Go to Amazon, Kindle, The Obama Legacy. We're doing and offering a free reading of that. Don't have to pay. You can't beat the price of admission on that. It's a free reading. Okay, we've got other people that are coming in. Jill Ingram, you rate him number 3. Please explain. Why do you rate him number 3 based on what? Foreign policy, the Middle East, things that he did with Somalia, and of course, we had the Sudan. We know we had ISIS. We know we had Syria. We know we had Afghanistan and Iraq. A lot of things on his watch. How he handled that. Of course, Rock has already said number 1 based on the ACA, the Affordable Care Act. But what about other areas? Civil rights, civil liberties, jobs in the economy, the environment. What about other things? And executive orders, many of them. Was he very proactive? Did he do enough? There was some criticism at times of President Obama that he didn't do enough in terms of young African Americans, unemployed, dispossessed, out of work, could have done more for Black America. So there was some criticism of him of that from time to time. But, you know, your thoughts on that. Also, too, another big area, too, the criminal justice system. How do you rank him in terms of how he handled that? Pedro Baez, welcome to the Hutchinson Report, Facebook live stream, hot topic, midweek hot topic. Baez, you have him ranked number 2. Again, when people put numbers now, don't just give me a number. I appreciate that. Please explain. What do you base that number on? So far, we've got number 1, 2 of them. We've got number 2. We've got actually 2 number 2s, and we got number 3. So I want to know, put some meat to it, add some flesh to it. When you give a number, what do you base that on? His handling of the Middle East crisis, ongoing, civil rights, the jobs in the economy. When, you know, Obama took office, we were in crisis with the economy. As we well know, Wall Street had collapsed, the banks were collapsing, the financial industry, which looted everything, by the way, nonetheless, they were in trouble. So you had the Wall Street bailouts, the bank bailouts. There was some criticism of the president then. You did everything for Wall Street. You didn't do anything or do enough for Main Street. That's the criticism, and we heard that a lot. So, you know, it's not totally pie in the sky. He's a human being. He had many challenges, like all presidents do. And not to mention, there was an opposition party that was loaded for bear to sabotage, torpedo, deflect, diffuse, and if you want to just come right down to it, destroy President Obama. I'm always mindful of our good friend Mitch MCConnell, first Senate Minority Leader. How long has this guy been around? Old as Methuselah. God, as long as it's been a senator, it's been McConnell. This guy goes back to George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. McConnell had that famed meeting the first year of Obama's administration, a private meeting at a restaurant with GOP big shots. And he said, my job, my goal is to make Obama a one-term president. Well, that didn't happen. That didn't work. McConnell, he was not, that didn't stop him. He was not even fazed. He said, okay, we will make him and do everything we can to make his presidency a failed presidency. That's McConnell. And by the way, going forward, you don't think the game plan, the template is in place for Joe Biden? Same thing. You don't think that will be the case with him, doing everything he can, deflect, diffuse, sabotage, torpedo? You know, that's the Senate. That's McConnell. That's the GOP. That's what they do. All right, back to the topic. Having said that, I need ratings. All right, let's read a few things here. We got people that are weighing in. Rock Thompson. I believe Obama was number 1. Why? Over the heavy weights, because he was able to do more. He had modern technology available to him, and as a result, things moved faster. He was a heavyweight. 1 to 43. Have it made. I'm not going to read any more because it's a little bit lengthy here and that would take up too much time. I got your point. And that is true. President Obama was very, very astute and very savvy at using the technology. The guy was second to none when it came to Twitter, well, of course, now you got Trump. Using Twitter, using social media. He used that not only to certainly promote issues with his administration, public policy issues, but also to mobilize, to energize, get out the vote, had a GOTV campaign second to none, and most importantly, money, 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 fundraise. All right, Pedro Baez, you said number 2. I'm still waiting for an explanation. Why number 2? And by the way, if he's number 2, who's number 1? I think I know who, with you anyway, number 1 is. FDR. I know he's close to your heart. And by the way, at the end, I will give my rating of President Obama. I'll tell you where I think he ranks vis-a-vis the heavyweights of history that sat in the Oval Office. All right, Jenna Beck. I don't see a number, Jenna. Give me a number. I want a ranking number too because I want to collate the numbers. All right, Jenna. I have to watch his back later because I'm picking up from a former city council. Okay, what you're saying is, no, you have to watch this back later. So you have no ranking. Well, and that's fair enough because I want you to think about it. Don't do it from the seat of your pants. Don't do it just off the cuff. Don't do it with your heart because, I love him. He's so this and that. No. Think about it. Think analytically. Think like a political analyst. Think like a political scientist. Foreign policy, jobs, the economy, civil rights, civil liberties, the environment, relations with Congress, criminal justice system reform. Think about the big ticket and, of course, healthcare. Think about the big ticket items. Assess, assess, assess. I want a ranking, but when you rank, it's not enough. I want you to tell me why. All right, let me go back and thank some of the many people. We've got a number of people that have weighed in. We got Jorge, we got TJR, we got Rock, we got Jenna, we got Pedro Baez, we got Rock Thompson, we've got Stephen. Stephen, welcome to the Hutchinson Report Facebook live stream. Okay, tonight what we're doing is I'm getting your take, asking you to weigh in former President Obama, his rank in history against the heavyweights, FDR, Old A, Eisenhower, Ronald Reagan, LBJ, JFK, Bill Clinton. Rank him. This is the thing I want. I want a ranking tonight. By the way, the Obama Library, the Obama Foundation, the Obama Trust, all the Obama mechanisms. I'm on all. I get all of their emails. I'm on all of their communications, including social media. They were all notified tonight. President Obama pays attention to detail. Needless to say, he'll get a report on this. He may even be watching. I don't know. But he's got spotters and monitors that will be monitoring this. He'll be very curious. It's not scientific. We don't pretend to be scientific. This is not the Gallup poll. This is not a panel of across-the-board historians. It's anecdotal. It's the public. But your opinion weighs in as valuable as anybody else. So let us know what you think. We want to know tonight on the Hutchinson Report. Tell us exactly in all the key areas: foreign policy, healthcare, jobs in the economy, criminal justice system reform, the environment, gender relations. How do you think Obama stands? Where does he rank with all the heavyweights? We want you to tell us that. So again, if you're just joining us mid-session, we're going to go about 5 more minutes. On the Hutchinson Report, midweek Facebook live stream, hot topic. Every Wednesday, or just about every Wednesday, depending when there's a really burning topic, we'll come before you with our Facebook live stream. Not every Wednesday, but this Wednesday with Obama's book, making the rounds, really knocking them dead, A Promised Land. We thought this was a good time to take an assessment. Take a look at President Obama. Where does he stand? Where does he rank? Now, the president now has been out of office through one president, soon to be a second president, Joe Biden. And this is the point where historians and analysts, political analysts and scientists, they begin assessing presidents. And not enough time completely. Usually they like a 10-year window. Some like a 20-year window. But they start in right away. Actually, they really started 1 year after President Obama left office. So by the 5-year mark, and we're getting very close to that in another month, we'll be up to the 5-year mark. you'll have during 2021, you'll have a lot of weighing in on President Obama, what his legacy is. But we jumped the gun tonight on the Hutchinson report. Jenna Beck, oh my, Jenna Beck, you said definitely in the top 10. I guess you had a little time to think about it, and you put a rating to it. Top 10, I'd be very curious, where in the top 10? Top 10 is good. That's good to hear. And I'm sure that's a lot better than the historians in Politico magazine. When they did their ranking, they had a number 13. I don't know if that's a lucky number or unlucky number, 13, but I don't know how they came up with that. They had a lot of presidents in front of him. Not just the big heavy hitters, FDR, Abe Lincoln, and George Washington, but, a number of others. So in another couple of minutes, I'm going to give you my rating and my ranking of President Obama in all of the areas. And again, in another 5 years, God willing, we're still here, we're still breathing. If I'm asked again, perhaps that may change. There may be another number that I assign to that. A lot can happen in 5 years, as we well know. Boy, do we know that. Look what's happened the last 4 years. Oh, boy. Wouldn't we like to get in the time machine and take that 4 years back, if we could? The world would be a lot better on that one, I'll tell you. All right, we got about 3 minutes left, and we're counting down. You know what they say? At weddings and funerals, speak now, or forever hold your peace. We're going to get the last number, the last numbers, and the last number of people on the Hutchinson Report Facebook live stream. Hot topic, big hot topic, midweek live stream. Now, we've got a lot of number ones. Well, not a lot. We've got one number one. We've got 2 or 3 number twos. We've got 2 or 3 number threes. We've got some in the top 10. And we've got some whether they're not rated. But we'd like to know your thoughts. Also, remember the other thing I asked. I'm always curious where you're watching from. In the past, many people have been very good about putting a city or putting a state that they're watching from. Not tonight. Curious. Maybe you're so engrossed in the subject. The other thing is, at the end of our live stream, we post it on our Hutchinson Report Facebook pages, not plural, but in many cases, multi-plural. We have 3. So it will be on the pages. It will be sent, the live stream will be sent to the Obama Library directly. They will watch it, probably archive it. It will be there. We're going to close this out now in another 2 minutes. Anyone else? Let me see. Okay. It often happens too. At the end, we get a rush of people right at the end, just when we're trying to close. Okay, we need to know before that, by the way, we're closing now. I always say this, better late than never. I know you got on the caboose and the train is moving out the train station, but with your baggage, falling out the caboose. But better to get on the train, even if you got to sneak on the back while it's moving, than not get on it at all. Your last chance, the Hutchinson Report Facebook live stream. Where do you rank former President Obama? And by the way, this will be yours for the taking on Amazon. How Obama governed, a relook at how Obama governed in the crisis years of his administrations. Okay, how do I rank former President Obama? I put him in the top 10. Certainly not number 1. Certainly not number 2. Certainly not number 3. Actually not number 4 or number 5. Number 1, far and away, Abe Lincoln. There would be no country without Abe Lincoln. With everything that he had to do and everything, all the crises that he faced, not only binding the Union together against everything, 4 years of crisis, turmoil, war, and secession, and doing it against all the odds, and also the greatest legacy of all, emancipation, which of course is the foundation, African Americans and the African American experience of this country. So foundational stuff. Lincoln's number 1. Number 2, FDR. FDR, crisis domestically, the Great Depression, and, of course, the global war conflict. He was a great, literally, wartime commander. And, of course, FDR's great legacy of things that pulled us out of the Great Depression. Didn't solve it, but help. And one of the things that I have benefited from, and many millions have benefited from in the FDR legacy, Social Security. I just got my Social Security check today. And every time, every month when I get a Social Security check, I kiss it and I say, thank you, FDR. You gave us a legacy for generations to come. I'm not big on George Washington. Not big on him. I don't rank him in number 3. I'll tell you who I rank. Who would be in the top 5 if it wasn't for the Vietnam War. It would be LBJ. Medicare, the war on poverty, the Civil Rights Bill, the Voting Rights Bill, all of the things that LBJ did domestically. What tainted his legacy was the abominable war in Vietnam. He would have been among the top 5 except for that. On domestic policies, second to none. I also rank Eisenhower. I think Eisenhower's did a number of things through the 50s. I think in terms of the Cold War, in terms of the Soviet Union, in terms of keeping us out of a nuclear conflagration with the Soviet Union. And I think there were many, many things, the Interstate Transportation Act, that really wired up America and grew America. I think Eisenhower, he was a very skilled negotiator and essentially not bad on some things, could have done much more. But remember, this was the 50s on civil rights, introduced the first 2 civil rights bills, jump-started that since Reconstruction. I would put Ike number 4. Number 5 on the conservative side, I would probably place, I think for conservatives, Ronald Reagan, not because he's a favorite of mine. I'm diametrically opposed to many of the things, but because the Soviet Union and because of his revolution in terms of the conservative revolution. You'd probably have to put in there only because of that change. I think it's a retrograde change, but nonetheless, I'm thinking as a political scientist. Obama would come in probably 8th or 9th in the top 10, almost exclusively based on 2 things. The profound and monumental Affordable Care Act. Rock, you're right there. I think that's priceless. The second thing that Obama did, which I think was very, very important, I think that he skipped through a minefield in dealing with McConnell and the GOP, trying to finesse it, end around, get some things legislatively done that McConnell was doing everything in the GOP to make impossible. For example, some of the things with LGBT stuff, gender things, the military, environmental, almost through executive orders, because Congress wouldn't do anything with McConnell. His judicial picks, and of course, SCOTUS, the Supreme Court. And I think he did a lot in terms of, I think it's unfair to say he did everything for Wall Street. I think that there were many reforms that he brought in for Main Street too, in the housing area and affordability. And I think jobs in the economy, he did what he could there. Some things with criminal justice reform, his pardons, and sentencing reduction. I think those were good things. I rank him probably 8th or 9th. There are about 7 or 8 presidents in front of him. Some of the other presidents I think that certainly need consideration. Harry Truman, I think was very important in the 40s in terms of things he did domestically, particularly with the military desegregation. JFK, I think should be in the mix too. I think he was important. I don't think we can minimize him. Teddy Roosevelt, I think should be in the mix too, even though he was a grand imperialist. We know that. Still, there were many, many foreign policy changes in terms of moving America along, rightly and wrongly, on the imperial path in terms of big policy, big issues, global importance of America. So you got JFK, you got Truman, you got Teddy Roosevelt, my big 3, you got FDR, you got Lincoln, you got big 5, Eisenhower, LBJ. Obama would trail in there. So that's my ranking. The others, no. So I want to thank you again. We're going to post this on my Hutchinson report midweek. Facebook live stream hot topics. Rank President Obama with the other greats that sat in the Oval Office. Tell me who you think. Who you really think weighs in importance in terms of profound foreign and domestic policy. In terms of America's place, not only in the globe, but also in history. Thanks again for watching and tuning in to the Hutchinson Report Facebook live stream midweek hot topic. By the way, this will be posted on the Hutchinson Report Facebook live stream pages, all the pages. And in addition to that, I tell you again, we couldn't make this stuff up. It's going right to the Obama Library. We're at the 7:30 mark. That's Pacific Standard Time. 10:30 mark, Eastern Standard Time. 11:30 mark. 9:30 mark Central Standard Time, and the 8:30 mark Mountain Standard Time. All right, thanks again for joining us tonight on the Hutchinson Report, Facebook live stream midweek hot topic. By the way, keep dialoguing. Your observations, your comments, it will be posted. So feel free to continue the dialogue. Give me your thoughts. And we'll be looping this, by the way, continually. So you can weigh in at any time. Even if you're on the moon, doesn't make any difference. Even if it's midnight on the moon, you'll have it. You can weigh in on that. Please do. Thanks again for tuning in.